Hi guys, Chuck here, back in Planet Crafter. Now today we really want to increase pressure as one of our first priorities, because if we look here where we left off last time, we built a couple ore extractors. But as the pressure increases, we get a tier 2 nuclear reactor, so better power generation, a flower spreader, rounded glass floor, which, that's nice down the road, gas extractor, and a tier 2 ore extractor. Now that's a long ways off, but the tier 2 is very, very good because you can start to extract the higher level materials. Like we can put one in the osmium cave. To get osmium, we can get super alloys, uranium, iridium, stuff like that. So we really need that tier 2 extractor. Now we just unlocked that blueprint for the bigger backpack. So I think we're going to go in here and see what we need to make that. So we need 3 super alloys and a titanium. Well, I don't even think I made the T4 backpack yet. So we might have to make that first. And I don't know how many super alloys I have handy. So let's check these different containers down here, and it looks like I have plenty. So let's grab a couple titanium here and let's upgrade our backpacks. All right. We're going to make a tier 4 backpack. So you see that gives us quite a bit more. But now we're just going to we're going to grab 3 more super alloys. I should have just grabbed 6 while I was there. So we're being absent-minded again. So we grabbed 3 more. Now let's make that tier 5 backpack. So that's pretty nice. Now, anything else here we haven't made? Rocket engine, T1 jetpack, so we already have that. There's nothing new open there to craft. Now, we need to increase pressure. Of course, we need more drills. Now, I have a feeling we're going to run into some trouble on the power, because we have uranium rod. So 3 more super alloys and 2 bottles of water. I think we can build another one. So let's see if we have, and we do have 3 more super alloys. So we're going to build that first. Then we need 2 bottles of water. But I think when we signed off the last time, we had just had to slap some more solar panels down to get enough power for stuff to start running again. Now hopefully, yes, our water extractor has pulled some more water. So that means we can build another reactor. So now we should be pretty good on power. Let's go back here and double check that. And there's the power. So we have 98.5 kilowatts available. So that's pretty good. So we need drills. So we need 2 iron, 2 titanium, and 2 aluminum. So let's go see if we got everything for that. There's the iron, titanium, and we should have the aluminum. And we do. So we're going to go out here and build another drill really quick. And we're going to go check our extractors, pull out any material out of those. So let's build another one of these large drills. Alright, now see how much power we still have available, depending on how much we use there. And let's check that. Well, we still got 90, so that didn't use a whole lot of power. So then the next thing we're going to do, we're going to clear out the extractors, store all that where it goes. First thing we're going to do here is make some oxygen capsules, because I don't have any. So we're going to need those. Now I used up all the cobalt we had. So we'll have to collect some more cobalt. But first things first, let's clear out what we have. And okay, we got that all cleared up. Now let's go ahead and, oh, we got a piece of food here. We'll just go ahead and eat it. And we'll drink that water. So we got that all topped off. And we got another seed there. And we'll just dump all the seeds together. Now we're gonna need some more oxygen if we want to venture too far away and do anything. We're gonna run down here. We can't get at that cobalt. We're gonna grab some cobalt on the way, and then we're gonna clear out whatever's in the extractor down in the aluminum area. And we got the next nuclear reactor unlocked, but I don't know how many uranium rods it's going to take to build that, so we'll have to go back and double check that blueprint. Meantime, we're going to clear everything out of here. And that wasn't a bad haul. We got some aluminum, and those cobalt are nice, because that's going to give us the option to make some more oxygen canisters. So we can kind of venture a little farther away. You know, there's some really huge wrecks that are in other parts of the map we haven't even been to yet. And then we can go launch, check the blueprint for another rocket. Because those pressure rockets are really give you a lot of good multipliers. Okay, now we have some of that. So you can see what a difference getting these extractors open, what a difference that makes. Because before, you know, we were running around just trying to pick up materials and sometimes having a problem finding stuff. And now, we should have left one in there just so we can always have the image on the screen showing what that is for. So now we'll come over here and make some more oxygen canisters. Okay, got that done. Let's check that. Yeah, we need 3 uranium rods for that reactor, plus an explosive powder. We don't have anywhere near all that stuff. So we're going to need to launch another pressure rocket, for one. We're just going to run up here. I really wish the blueprints for these would be somewhere else rather than just having to run up here and check. But that first rocket is going to give us a pressure multiplier. And that's going to take 2 alloys, 3 silicons, and an engine. When you jump off of that, you're going to have to hit your jetpack right before you hit the ground, or you'll sustain a pretty good injury. The only thing an injury does here is it knocks your health level down, which can be restored by food anyway. And this stuff isn't ready yet. And I just got over here and forgot what we were coming for. I think we needed some super alloys, which we don't have any. So we don't have any of those at all. So anyway, we can't really do much without that. So what we're going to do is we do have 4 oxygen canisters. That's enough. We are going to run over, and we got the algae generator. We don't even have standing water yet. So once the lake fills in, we'll be able to put that down there. It'll create algae, which will increase our biomass and oxygen levels, but also you can harvest the algae for other crafting. There's quite a bit you can do with it. So where we're going to head now, and I think I briefly showed you this place in a previous episode, but we're going to go across this big area here where we find all the sulfur, and we're not looking for sulfur but super alloy. And that's it. That's that big area there ahead of us. And I mentioned before that you run down in the base of all that dust, you know, this giant waterfall looking thing, and we'll find a lot of super alloy on the ground there. And this, we'll come back later and clear that out. We'll take the osmium. But we're really in the market for these little guys. And we just got the vehicle station, so probably going to go back and try to build that soon. Said vehicle's kind of nice to have. Now, here's this little cave here that's behind here, and we got some osmium, so that means it takes 2 osmium to make a extractor. So we're going to be able to build some extractors. Now, how many? We'll see. We'll see what's in here. Another osmium, another chip. We'll take the chip and we'll take the 3 alloys. So that's gives us 4 alloys now. We don't need the sulfur right now. Bioplastic nuggets come in handy down the road, but we'll also be able to craft those, not in a not too far future. For now, grab the other osmium on the way out. Now let's go down here and try to find some more super alloys. Now you can stay here and just keep roaming back and forth, and you'll find a lot of these. Even if you turn around and go back to where you came. I don't know if they respawn or if it's the fact that the visibility is so poor and you just miss them on the first time by and you go back and you find one. Well, I'm going to run a little short on air here. And we still got a lot of inventory slots left, so we're just going to gather as much as we can manage while we're out here. And I'm going to need a drink of water, and I'm plumb out. So I think it's about time to head back. We've collected a pretty good amount of super alloy. And we don't really need to be picking up this other stuff because the extractors are going to pull that for us anyway. So we're going to head back. And we just go straight across this big sulfur field here. Straight back into that cave across the way where the iridium is. And back to our base. Maybe I should double check this on the way. Well, we'll definitely grab that. We'll grab it all. What the heck? I'll get back quick before my guy gets too thirsty. But here we are. Okay, got that taken care of. And look how much water fell while we were away. It's going to fill up quickly. Now, we got a lot of super alloys. So, I think, and we picked up a lot of osmium too. And that's a nice deal there. Pretty good haul for one little trip out there. You know, we picked up that uranium, which we're going to dump in here. And we've got, one cobalt, which we'll drop off. And we got, oh, there's another cobalt up here. Now we have these two bioplastics. And we filled that container up. So now I believe that was titanium, but I can't remember if it was titanium or silicon that rocket needed. So I'm going to grab some of each. And now we're going to need a rocket engine though. That might be necessary. And hopefully it doesn't take too much to build one. We need iridium rod and 2 uraniums. So I'm not sure if I've got enough stuff. And I have no iridium. So that puts us in a little bind. We're going to need to go gather some iridium. I am going to need to build another storage. So we'll grab another iron. We'll come over here and stick another storage box down there that I just need to dump some of this miscellaneous stuff in. Like, we got a lot of super alloys now. And we still need to decode. And we got a seed, but we have a area over here for seeds. We'll dump that there. And let's go see what this seed is worth. Or the chip, I mean. Area lamp. So that's, you know, nothing special there. We could have done better than that. We have the food is available. And I think I go ahead and need to eat some of that. So now we're going to venture over for some iridium. And hopefully we find enough. But if not, I'll show you another location. In fact, let's just go there now. It was locked by ice earlier. So we go on past the aluminum area. Now, sometimes in previous versions, you would find, you know, rocket engines in blue crates in the wrecks. And on this playthrough, we haven't found one yet. So I'm wondering if that's a change they have made recently. So we kind of blow through this aluminum area. And well, we'll check out the crate while we're here. Maybe it'll... No. Thought maybe we get some uranium in there. Or some iridium. Either one. So we go past all these weird rock formations. Now there are some blue crates in this wreckage. There's one there. And we found some more bean seeds. We'll definitely take that, because I am fond of the beans. I'll just drink the water. We'll take the food. We'll take the super alloy. And leave the rest, because we're really coming after iridium. So we don't want to use up too much inventory. Now there's another... I think that's a piece of wreckage we just checked out. Or here's the other one. And here we have another chip. You always want to find as many of those as you can. Those are like gold here. Another food. I'll take the food. We'll come back here some other time and get the rest of that stuff. So we are... Got to watch the oxygen. We go on up this way. And there was a cave back here that I discovered on another playthrough. Unless I have blown right past it. And I think I did that. I think we just went right past it and missed it. So, or it could be me being absent-minded, which is always a possibility. I'll grab that water. Now we've come right back here where we have quite a bit of lake going on. And this is, we're right back close to our base again. We just kind of made a big loop. So I'm thinking I might be slightly mistaken on the location of that cave. And I'm not remembering exactly where it was, because I know it was on, you know, opened up right off this right-hand cliff here. It could have been a different cliff in a different area. Now, when you get to my age, that sort of thing will happen from time to time. You will have your forgetful moments. So we're going to go back. We're going to dump this stuff that we have. And we're going to check out this extractor while we go by. Clear out whatever it might have. And we unlocked that vehicle thing. So we're going to go ahead and see what it takes to build that. We get our little rover car. So let's clear that out. Almost cleared it out. Left a couple things. We'll have to come back for that. Let's get back to base before we have to pop another oxygen can, because I'd rather save those for longer trips. So I was thinking I would get that rocket launched, but we still need that iridium rod. And I'm kind of kicking myself that I can't remember the location of that other cave. But let's come in here and dump our inventory. We got a lot of stuff that time out. And we got that chip. Let's go ahead and decode that. See what that has for us. GPS satellite. Okay, well, can't launch that quite yet. When we do, it's rather nice. It gives us access to a map. And once we have that map, then you can locate the different biomes, because there's quite a bit we haven't been to yet, including some really impressive large wrecks with a lot of loot. And these are ones where you have to go prepared with a lot of oxygen to go there, or you just wait till that stage of the game when we have breathable atmosphere. And we just unlocked that flower spreader, which will help toward that goal. And so we're going to go ahead and dump this. We're just trying to get rid of all this inventory space here. And let's get rid of that. All right, now we were going to look for that vehicle station. I think, well, we need an iridium rod for that too. So we need to collect a lot of iridium, and we have aluminum and super alloy that we need, but we need a ton of iridium. And so let's check the cave over here, and then we're going to see if we can find that other iridium cave. Meanwhile, maybe we can find enough here to at least get a good start. Looking for the little glowing red areas. So there's some. Another easy way to get a lot of iridium, but that's kind of puts us in a catch-22 with that, is to launch, there's a rocket that causes iridium meteor showers. Now, that's fine and dandy if you have enough iridium to make the darn engine to launch a rocket. And that's the position we're in, is we don't. Now maybe here shortly we'll have enough to make one, three. So we need two more to make one rod. But if we can get enough to make two rods, then we can launch that rocket we were wanting to. And we can also build that vehicle thing. So that looks like we have enough for one rod. And we also didn't think to bring more oxygen canisters. So we might have to pop that oxygen canister right now, or we're going to die out here. So how much do we have? 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. We only need 3 more. I think we got enough oxygen to roam around here to find 3 more pieces of that stuff. And there they are. So that looks like 19 of them. So we're going to be able to make 2 rods and have a piece left over. Let's head back. Check the water collector on the way through. Our lake is rising. Yeah, hydration level low. I know. All right, now let's see about getting 2 of these rods made. Now let's run up there and check the blueprint for that rocket. Want to get that rocket built. I also want to make this vehicle station. So that only needs 1 rod and 3 aluminum and 2 alloys. The rocket needs 3 silicon and 2 alloys, and we didn't bring enough of that up here with us. So let's go on over here and grab that. 2 super alloys. Where did I put that stuff? Looks like here. Now, let's check that other blueprint while we're at it. We need 3 aluminum. So let's grab that. Now let's go, let's see what we get from this meteor shower. If we get anything. Looks like a couple rainbows. Well, I don't know if we're going to get anything from that. Well, we need the rocket engine, dummy. So yeah, that's why we went and got the darn the iridium rod to start with. So let's go back here build the engine. We need 2 uranium for that, and we're going to need another super alloy because we're going to want that for some other purposes we had. 2 uranium. I should have 2 of them. And we do. So let's go get that engine made. Alright. Now should have what we need. So let's jump over here to this and see where we are. Yes, we can get a pressure multiplier rocket that will attract more iridium. So that's a pretty good deal. Let's go ahead and launch that thing. And now, as soon as it gets in space, you know, we're going to get those meteors. And we want to pay attention to those drop zones because we're going to be able to pick up more iridium. And right now we need all we can get. And there's one falling right there. Well, there's some iridium there. I don't know how much of it we can reach right now. These boulders will eventually go away, and then you'll be left with the iridium just lying there, and you can collect it. As long as you don't wait too long, because I think these things do disappear with time. Well, look, we had 2 impacts over here. And of course, what this is doing is giving us a 1,000 multiplier on our oxygen. So that's going to help build that oxygen up a little quicker, which will, you know, the pressure, it's going to build that pressure up. I guess that's what we were looking at, was pressure. And that's going to help get that tier 2 extractor unlocked, and then we can place those in key areas, and then we'll never worry about running out of materials again. We'll place one in the iridium mine, we'll build one in the uranium area, and there's some other super alloy cave and places like that. We can build extractors. Then we'll be really sitting good. So let's go build this vehicle station. Now we'll just go out back here and put that thing right out here on a flat area. And okay, let's so we need 2 rocket engines, fabric, uranium, iron, and silicon. So we have everything we need except the iridium rods to make the 2 engines, rocket engines. And if we look here, let's check out what we're looking at. We got the flower spreader unlocked. Next is rounded glass floor, gas extractor, and then tier 2 ore extractor at 364.5 MPa on pressure. Pressure is currently at 3.2. So we're a little ways away on pressure. So what we need to do is focus on more drills, and you know, we can build another drill, 2 iron, 2 titanium, 2 aluminum. And that rocket we just launched, we can launch more of those. And just keep spamming those rockets. That'll get that pressure building up a little quicker. Because right now it's taking a while because, you know, it's building up a little slower. So putting another drill down will certainly help. So now we have that. We need to get some iridium to get another couple rocket engines. And more than that, we're going to want to launch another pressure rocket like we just did. And then we need a couple rocket engines to build that rover car. And that's going to be our next priority when we resume. So for now, we're going to call it a day. And I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, you can leave me a like and a subscribe. And I'll see you next time.